You know, today, me and my family, we were supposed to be on board the Disney Fantasy, setting sail in the Eastern Caribbean for a very maritime cruise. Now, sadly, all cruises did get canceled all the way up to the end of February, so our cruise got canceled. But in honor of our fallen cruise itinerary, I'm going to be talking about the 10 best things to eat on board the Disney Fantasy. So for these 10 things, I am going to be focusing on the sit-down restaurants, so the main dining locations and also Palo. But that does mean that there will be some honorable mentions. There are actually 4, so that is the most honorable mentions in the history of Disney Rod. Now, the first honorable mention that I do want to talk about is the coffee from Cove Cafe. Now, Cove Cafe has some absolutely amazing coffee, the best coffee I've ever had in my life. Even my dad, who doesn't like coffee at all, loved it. So if you like coffee, and even if you don't like coffee, head over to Cove Cafe, give them a try. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. The next honorable mention is the banana soft serve that you could get in the ice cream machines in the pool deck. Now, I ate a dangerous amount of banana soft serve when I went on the cruise. I mean, I literally lost count of how much banana soft serve I had, but I'm pretty sure a human should not eat that much in a span of 7 days. But definitely worth it. When you're on the cruise, just trust me when I'm telling you, try that banana soft serve. It is spectacular. The third honorable mention is basically all the food that you could get in Cabanas, but mainly the breakfast food items. Cabanas is the absolute best way to start your day on the cruise. They have the best hash browns that exist on the face of the earth. What? So yeah, the food that you could get on board the cruise, it's absolutely amazing. It is some of the best food that you're gonna find. It's the best way to start your day on the Disney Fantasy, so it deserves to be here. And the final honorable mention are the chicken tenders from Flo's VA Cafe. These are the absolute best chicken tenders I've ever had in my life. I don't know what they do with it, but it is just absolutely spectacular. The chicken is full of flavor, it's breaded perfectly. If you're looking for an amazing lunch, head to Flo's VA Cafe, get some of those chicken tenders. They're absolutely amazing. So let's jump right into it and start talking about our 10 best things to eat on board the Disney Fantasy. Now, none of this is necessarily in any specific order, except the top 3. The top 3 are the top 3. I mean, those are the 3 best things that I had on board the Fantasy. And number 1 is the ahi tuna and avocado tower. That ahi tuna and avocado tower was the absolute best thing I had on board the Fantasy by a mile. It was beyond amazing. The avocado and the tuna pair so well together. It's jam-packed full of flavor. My only regret was not ordering more. So if you see it on the menu, sadly it only appears one time at night. I went to Enchanted Garden twice. It was only there once. So if you see it, just get it. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. At number 2, I have the lasagna from Palo Brunch. This has to be the single best piece of pasta I've ever had in my life. It was spectacular. I ordered the chicken parmesan. My sister was the one that ordered the lasagna. I regretted getting that chicken parmesan. It's really good, but that lasagna is on a whole nother level. It is absolutely spectacular. And if I ever go back to Palo Brunch, that will be the thing I get. Now, at number 3, I have 2 different things because they are part of Palo Brunch, the buffet section. So I'm kind of considering them the same thing. One, the Palo crab legs, which are the absolute best crab legs I've ever had in my life. And the prosciutto and melon that they have. It's a weird combination. Like, it sounds weird. At first I was like confused. It's prosciutto with melon. It's nicely shaped into like a little tiny cone. It's super beautiful, and when I tried it, it was spectacular. I went back and I got like about 20 more because it was spectacular. Same thing with the crab legs. Crab legs, what I love the most about them is that they're cut right in half, so you don't have to worry about cracking them or doing anything. It's just pull out the meat and eat it. And on top of that, that meat, it's the best crab I've ever had in my life. So if you're ever in Palo Brunch, give both of those things a try. Plus the lasagna. So the next 7 food items, they're not in any particular order. They're just thrown in there at a random order. And the first one that I wanted to talk about was the jamón serrano and queso manchego from Animator's Palate. Now me, I'm not the biggest fan of queso manchego. I'm starting to like it more and more. Queso manchego, it's a Spanish goat cheese. It's pretty strong. It's not the strongest cheese there is, but it is kind of strong, and that always kind of throws me off. But this one was absolutely spectacular. Then you get it and then you wrap it around the jamón serrano. Simply amazing. I absolutely love it. If you see it in the menu in Animator's Palate, give it a try. You will not be disappointed. Also from Animator's Palate, at number 5, I have the grilled tuna steak. This one was absolutely spectacular. Behind the ahi tuna and avocado tower, this was the best tuna I've ever had in my life. Beautifully seared in the top and in the bottom. nice red color in the middle, the way that tuna should be. If you overcook tuna, it dries up, loses its amazing taste. And me being an absolutely huge fan of tuna, I think that tuna is the best fish that there is in the whole world. This is spectacular, and I can't wait to get it again. And if you thought that that was a lot of tuna, another tuna from Animator's palette, the tuna sashimi, was absolutely amazing. This tuna sashimi, it is raw tuna, beautiful thin slices, crusted with sesame seeds. Absolutely amazing. Again, I'm a huge fan of tuna, and this tuna was absolutely spectacular. The cruise knows how to get tuna right. And another thing that the cruise gets right, at number 7, I have anything chocolate. The cruise knows how to get chocolate desserts right. I am a huge fan of chocolate desserts. I love chocolate a lot. And all of the chocolate desserts that I had on the cruise were absolutely delicious. Some of the ones that I recommend, I'm going to give you one from each. The first one is the chocolate garden torte from Enchanted Garden. The second one is the chocolate lava cake from Royal Court. And the third one is the chocolate decadent from Animator's palette. Now these chocolate things and anything else that you find chocolate in the dessert menu, trust me on what I'm telling you, get it. The cruise knows how to get chocolate right, and it's absolutely amazing. At number 8, we're going back to Royal Court because we're going to talk about the Grand Marnier souffle. Now, before I ate this one, I never in my life had a souffle before. And I gotta tell you this, I didn't need to try any other souffle to know that that one is absolutely spectacular. Everything about it is amazing. That Grand Marnier sauce was absolutely spectacular. Everything about that dessert was amazing. It was available for me on the first night of my cruise, so if you see it, trust me what I'm telling you, get it. Now at number 9, I have the rack of lamb from Animator's palette. Now me, I am a huge fan of lamb chops, and these lamb chops were absolutely spectacular. Some of the best lamb chops I've ever had in my life, and I do highly recommend it. A lot of these things are from Animator's palette. They just do really good food, and also the atmosphere is absolutely spectacular. So trust me when I'm telling you, get the lamb rack. And last but certainly not least, at number 10, we are heading back to Enchanted Garden because we're going to talk about the white chocolate bread pudding. I love white chocolate. I love bread pudding. Put it together. It's a combination made in heaven. And I did regret getting the tiramisu that night. I chose the tiramisu over the white chocolate bread pudding, but I was able to try from someone, and I instantly regretted getting that tiramisu. It was good, but this was on a whole nother level of desserts. It's absolutely spectacular. If you like bread pudding and you like white chocolate, you are definitely gonna love this one. Now, there are other amazing food items that I've had on the cruise that didn't make it to my top 10. And I believe that, you know, as I go to more cruises on the fantasy, and also when I branch out and try other Disney cruises, I know that I'm gonna expand on my list. It's gonna be even better than right now, and I can't wait. I mean, the food on the cruise is absolutely spectacular. It's one of the highlights of the entire cruise, and you will not be disappointed with the food quality. It's spectacular. Well, let me know in the comments below what you think about my top 10 and whether or not I left out some of your favorites. I would love to hear from you. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, smash that like button and hit subscribe. I upload a brand new video every Wednesday. Thank you for being part of the Disney family, and see you real soon.